Adam, let's just wrap up. So I told you when we were playing this, I have a review. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start off. We're gonna do a segment we call Untimely Review. Adam and I are not influenced, not popular enough. We're not influencers. We do reviews on our own time, on our own dime, and so we bring you untimely reviews. We review games as we play them, not necessarily when they come out. So the timing is a little bit off. Adam, this month PlayStation gave away Plague Tale Innocence as one of their games. And if you remember, Kevin from the Project X talks came in and he was talking about how he loved that game. Was it on our podcast or his that he was saying he loved it?
It might have been both, to be honest.
Yeah. Regardless, he said he loved this game. And I was like, okay, like it's free. I had nothing going on. I'm going to give it a shot. And dude, what a game. That game is fantastic. I know he was praising, I think he was saying it was his game of the year at the time or something like that. I don't know if it's that for me, but this game is awesome. The story is really neat. Like it gives off some really kind of very basic Last of Us vibes. So quickly about the story, you play as a young French girl. The name is escaping. It's like Elise or something like that. I don't really remember the name, but you are basically some French noblewoman, and your family gets attacked by an inquisition. This takes place in France in around the 14th century. So the Inquisition comes to your house, and you narrowly escape with yourself and your brother. But your brother is sick. He has some sort of ailment. You don't really know much. Your mother kind of kept him and was kind of working on a cure. But you kind of find out that there's a rat infestation and a plague kind of going on around the city. And so basically you're being chased by this Inquisition that is looking for your brother while, avoiding these rats and this plague. So mechanically, it's very simple. Not very simple, but it has, very limited mechanics. You basically have a sling and you're kind of going through puzzles, doing a little bit of attacking. It is not a super attacking game. You're not going in and decimating everybody. You're kind of feeling like you're on edge, like you are definitely underpowered. So the levels feel a little bit more like puzzles, and that you're navigating and using flames to kind of navigate where the rats go, giving yourself space to move, and then doing a little bit of stealth attacking here and there. So like I said, gameplay wise, this sort of hits a little bit of a Last of Us kind of vibe. You're traveling with a young companion who, for the most part, is adorable. This game kind of hit really well with me. I have a young little guy, a young son, and although this game was meant as a brother-sister combo, the young kid just kind of hit a mark with me. And I'm typically find it annoying doing like escort missions with young kids, but the little guy here was just awesome. He was just had so much character and really believable that like I was traveling with a young kid. But yeah, the story is a little nonsensical. It not super compelling, but the characterization and like the character interactions were awesome. And yeah, gameplay kind of gave off a little bit of a Last of Us vibe. You're kind of hiding, you're kind of crafting and doing that kind of stuff. So it really hit a spot with me. You guys know how I love The Last of Us. Graphically, it looks really good. It's surprisingly good for a PS4 game. This is sort of a, A triple or it's an A or a double A game. It's not the most amazing graphics that you're going to write home with, but it looks really good for what it is. And the soundtrack is amazing. Like this is some of the best music I've heard in a game in a long time. Like I'd sit there and just listen to the music, and it was really, really good. So you guys, if you guys listen to this, within a week of this being posted, you still have a week to get it for free off of the PlayStation Plus catalog. And I would highly recommend that you guys grab it and play it if you guys can. It takes about 10 hours or so, give or take, to get through the game. It's not a super long game. It gets a little bit old at the end, but I did not feel super overwhelmed in terms of it overstaying its welcome. So yeah, if you have PlayStation Plus, if you've already downloaded it, if you've already received this game, like download it, try it. It's definitely worth playing. And if you haven't yet, go check it out. So that is my untimely review for Plague Tale's Innocence. Adam, any questions so far? We got like a little bit of clip rolling here. Any questions? Any thoughts? I know you're not you're turned off by the rats.
I was about to ask. I'm like, how are you feeling about mice now after playing this game?
Honestly, I've never had an issue with mice or rats, and so it never really bothered me. Like, it was gross at times, but like, if you do not like if rats gross you out, this is definitely not a game for you. Like, that is a very fair like comment, but it didn't bother me, and I didn't find it was like this is not a horror game. This is not a like it's not meant to gross you out. It's just meant like there's a plague going on, and so yeah, it was fine for me.
My only complaint is from watching this footage, no one is that accurate with a sling. It's impossible.
Yeah,
this is clearly fiction.
The game does offer an auto aim feature for it, and I kind of feel like the aiming was not super tight. That I don't know if I would play this without it. Like I said, the combat is not meant to be the focus of this game. So yeah,
I just love watching the footage and be like, I don't even think when Deadliest Warrior used to do like stuff like this, I don't even think like the professionals they bring in to use slings were this accurate. Like I'm sitting there being like, damn, like this girl who probably had no training in her life is like the most deadly accurate slinger ever in history.
Well, they kind of explain a little bit why she has some skill with the sling. Like it's not like she just picks it up and she's all of a sudden good. Like she's
a witch burner.
Talk about it. Exactly.
That's the extra DLC. There's the Witch Trials DLC that they never did.
Yeah. But no, it's good. Like I said, and I think they updated it for the PS5. Like there is a little bit of haptic feedback on the controller. So like, you know, if you like as you're walking and stuff, you can feel it. So it's a great game. It's like I said, I hate using the term, but it's free right now as a part of, you know, PlayStation Plus. So if you haven't, and I think it's on Game Pass as well. So
yeah,
pretty much anyone can play it right now for next to nothing, and I would highly recommend you do it.
Yeah, it's not going to break the bank even. Like if you wait for it to go on sale, it's not going to cost you too much either at this point because it's definitely
it's definitely a hidden gem that I feel kind of got overlooked a little bit.
I mean, it's so easy these days, right? So
yeah, but yeah, that's it. That's my Untimely review for Plague's Tale.
Did you give a score for it? I might have missed it.
I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Yeah, if you could pick this game up for like $30, $30 or less, I feel like you'd be happy that you got your money's worth.
Or like you said, free.
There you go, bud.